Hi, fifth graders. Welcome to session 4 of Persuasive Writing. Today we will be talking about thesis statements. So let's review what a thesis statement is. You've had some practice in your literary essay writing thesis statements. So now we're going to review. A thesis statement is one complete sentence that expresses your stance on a topic along with your 3 reasons. So you're going to be making your claim and then including your 3 reasons in that one sentence. It should all be concise and one complete sentence. Now it goes at the end of your introduction paragraph. It'll be the very last sentence, and it gives your reader an idea of what you'll be talking about throughout your paper. So it gives them an idea of what your claim is and what your 3 body paragraphs are going to be about. So let's try building one together. Well, let's go back to keeping hands clean and dry because I noticed that their thesis statement is broken up into multiple sentences. So we have the first reason, the second reason, and the claim all in different sentences. But we want that all to be combined into one sentence. So I've gone ahead and highlighted what the claim was. We remembered that the author is trying to convince the audience to install automatic hand dryers in all restrooms. The first reason is that they are very sanitary. The second reason was that they save money. And the third reason is that they keep bathrooms clean. So I've gone ahead and written an example of a thesis statement so that you could see what I mean by the structure. So first off, we have the claim. Automatic hand dryers should be installed in all of the restrooms at school. That is the claim. That's what the author is trying to say. Because, reason number 1, hand dryers are very sanitary. Reason number 2, they save money. And reason number 3, they keep bathrooms clean. Notice how I didn't go into a lot of elaboration about my reasons because each of those reasons is going to be its own separate body paragraph in your paper. So you will have plenty of time to go and elaborate and add evidence and details. Your thesis statement is one sentence, and when we're listing a lot of things in one sentence, it can be hard to follow along. So we want to keep those very short and concise and just give the reader a taste of what it's going to be about without going into too much detail. So short and sweet. They save money, keep bathrooms clean, very sanitary, okay? Now, your thesis is going to be built on your 3 reasons and your claim. So in order to do this, you are going to have to research what your 3 reasons are going to be. You might already have an idea in your head of what you want them to be, but I want you to go back and research and investigate a little bit more because you might find something that you hadn't thought of, or you might find that it's a little bit hard to research one of those reasons that you have and find evidence on it. So it's always good to do some investigating and be 100% sure before you proceed with your paper. So let's talk about how to research effectively. Well, first of all, finding good, strong search terms is very important because there are millions and millions of articles and websites out there, and we need to narrow it down to specifically what you're trying to find. So for example, I am writing about should kids play sports, and my claim is that yes, kids should play sports in elementary school. So I might search the advantages of playing sports, the benefits of playing sports, reasons why kids should play sports, or maybe the pros of playing sports. These are all good examples. You could also type in your question and say, should kids play sports? However, remember, if you're typing in that question, you're going to get results arguing both sides. So since you phrase it like a question and you didn't give your specific point of view, you will get articles that say yes and no. So that will have to do with identifying the perspective of the article. You'll need to figure out if the author is agreeing with you or not. So if I were to search, should kids play sports, I might open up an article and it might all be negative information about why kids should not play sports. And in that case, the perspective of the article will not be in agreement with me, and I won't be able to use that information for my reasons. So it's very important to make sure that the perspective of the article also is in agreement with you. Now, you need to be using multiple sources. Investigators don't interview only one witness when they're trying to solve a case. That means that you should not be just using one source to write your paper because A, you might find stuff on different sources that you would rather include, and B, you might find that, your first article that you use didn't necessarily have the best information. So it's really important to broaden your search, and even though you think you have a good idea of what you want to use, still check out more websites because you might have a better idea once you've done a little bit more investigating. Now you also want to be sure you're using reliable sources. So you've covered this in the past with Mrs. Charbonneau, specifically for your informational writing. And I would just like to touch on it a little bit today because this is extremely important. Now I will be attaching the safe search tips, and I will be including these two search engines that you've used in the past, Safe Search for Kids and Kids Search. Those are both safe search engines for you to use. But you will still need to be making sure that you're checking whether or not your sources are reliable. So reliable means that it contains trusted information that is accurate. So it's not extremely biased. They're giving you information without trying to push their views on you. It's more factual than opinion-based. You should try to look for websites ending in .edu, .net, .org, .gov. Some .com sites are okay, but just be careful to check for that bias and try to avoid websites like Wikipedia or websites that are selling products to you. Specifically Wikipedia, because anybody can edit Wikipedia, so I could go in there and change the information and then it wouldn't be accurate, okay? So another thing that you should know about is looking at the publishing date or the copyright date. More recent information is going to be more accurate because more studies have been done since 20 years ago, so there may be more accurate information out there. So always make sure to check that date. These are some suggestions of some trusted websites, Smithsonian Education, History Channel, and so on. I will be posting this, so if you would like to check out some of these websites, you may. Or you may use Kids Search or Safe Search to look for some articles. So I'm going to give you an example of how I'm going to be filling out my boxes and bullets. So remember, my topic is, should kids be required to play sports? And my claim is that yes, kids should be playing sports in elementary school. So I need to do some research to figure out what my boxes and bullets are going to be. All right, so let me open up my boxes and bullets. Where are they? Miss Terenzi's boxes and bullets. All right, so from last time, I have entered my topic question and my stance. Kids should be required to play team sports in elementary school. Now I would like to point out that originally I had just said play sports. But I'm going to refine it and say I want it to be a team sport because I know that at some point in my paper, I would like to talk about teamwork and how it helps kids. So that's why I refined it and added that in there. Okay, and I also added in elementary school because I was trying to be a little bit more specific about what my argument was. So anybody could say, well, what do you mean kids? Are you talking about 9-year-olds? Are you talking about 3-year-olds? Are you talking about 15-year-olds? So that's why I said specifically in elementary school. So try to be a little bit more specific, not too specific. Remember, we talked about, just writing about salamanders. It's hard to research, but you can refine your topic a little bit so that it's not super broad, okay? And you can always ask us teachers for advice when it comes to being too specific or too broad, and we can help you out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to research some reasons using the let me see, I've already opened up. So using the Kids Safe Search, I am going to be searching the benefits of playing sports. Remember, this is one of the search term suggestions I gave you. So I'm already seeing some articles that I think are going to agree with me, and I see that this was written in 2018, so that's pretty recent. Now, let's see. All right, this looks like it's a pretty reliable source. Gives you, let me check the bottom, this is where you can find some more information about the copyright date. Okay, so let's take a look at the information that it gives me. It says 10 great benefits of playing sports. Well, I'm just going to look at the headings. It says better sleep, strong heart, new connections, improved lung function, increased confidence, reduced stress. Oh, I like that one. I think that it's very important to play sports because exercise is a great outlet for relieving stress, improving mental health. So I would like to include both of these, so I think I'm going to combine them and say it reduces stress and improves mental health. So that's going to be one of my reasons. And I know that I can research, that's a strong reason because people care about their mental health and stress. It's important to people. So it'll be pretty convincing, and I know I can find lots of information on how sports and exercise relieve stress. So I'm going to say reason number 1, sports relieve stress and improve mental health. Okay. Doesn't have to be the exact wording you'll use in your paper, but it should be a complete sentence. Now, I noticed that there were, you can also use Kids Search if you would like. I noticed that there was some information about improved lung function, a stronger heart. Let me see, let me check some other websites. Let's see, I think I'm going to search reasons. Ooh, where am I going? Reasons why kids should play sports. Let's see what comes up. All right, 10 reasons why kids should play sports. 5 reasons. All right, 9 reasons why kids should play sports. This is 2016, so I'm going to check it out. 9 reasons why improves physical health. So I've seen a lot about physical health, stronger heart, stronger lungs. So it looks like there's a lot of information about that. So I'm going to use that as my second reason because I know that people care a lot about their health. So sports, let's say improve sports, let's say, I don't know how I want to word this. Sports improve kids' physical health. Okay, let's do that. Now, if I were writing to parents, parents really care about their kids' physical health, so that would be a convincing argument too. Now, let me come up with my third reason. Well, I saw a lot about building self-esteem. Let me see. Go back up to the top. 10 reasons why. Let's see what's on this one. Right, so social skills. I saw that first. I've seen a lot of teamwork, social skills, confidence. So what you can do is you can combine them into one category. So those are all things that I can talk about, and they all are related. So I'm going to combine those and say that sports help kids build strong social interaction. I'll say social skills. Okay, keep it general. So these are all 3 reasons that I know I can find lots of research on because they have been on multiple different sources, and they are topics that can be researched. So I can research about physical health. I can research about how teamwork and interacting with other students or other kids helps to build social skills. And these are all things that are very important to people. So I know that it's going to be pretty convincing, right? So now I have my claim and my 3 reasons. So I'm going to go ahead and build my thesis statement. So my thesis statement is going to be my claim. Kids should be required to play team sports in elementary school because reason number 1, sports relieve stress. Okay, I don't have to include the mental health because I'll be getting into that in my paragraph. Improve kids' physical health. Improve kids' physical health. Oops. And my third reason was they help build strong social skills. And help build strong social skills. Notice I've reworded those 3 reasons just a tiny bit so that they're nice and short and concise, and I'm not overwording it or elaborating too much because I'll get into that in my body paragraphs. So my thesis statement is, kids should be required to play team sports in elementary school because sports relieve stress, improve kids' physical health, and build strong social skills. So your task for today is you are going to be investigating 3 reasons to support your claim. Then you're going to fill out your reasons in the boxes and bullets, just like I have done, and I'll attach my example so you can see. So you should have 3 complete sentences, 1 for each reason. And then you're going to build your thesis statement using your claim and your 3 reasons and type it into your boxes and bullets, right here where it says claim/thesis statement, okay? So remember, 1 clear sentence, claim, because, reason number 1, reason number 2, reason number 3, okay? And I've included the structure right here just so you can reference it as well. All right, so that is your task for today. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll be seeing you next time.